to tabletopbattle.com and our review of the newly released M18 Hellcat. This is Damon, and Svein is holding the camera. That is Svein with an I.
Still I.
Still I.
As he said, M18 Hellcat. Newly released resin kit from Warlord Games. I assembled this tank yesterday, and the whole of the tank is cast in one-piece resin, except from these small metal hatches and extra parts that you can put on if you so desire.
And you would.
And you would. The turret is very nicely detailed inside, by the way. The barrel, heads, and the heavy machine gun are the only parts that you need to assemble to make it look good and accurate. You need a barrel to make it work.
Yeah, and actually it comes with two barrels, right?
It comes with two different barrels, one pre-1944 and one post-1944.
And this is the post-1944, since it's the coolest.
Yeah, which is why I put it on.
So the tracks are...
The tracks are molded onto, is part of the mold of the actual model. Very little to do with the model when I got it. Almost no flash, no resin to remove. So it was a real joy. It took me about 20 minutes to just clean the small lines and get everything assembled.
20 minutes?
20 minutes, so it was quick.
Okay.
If you want more in-depth info on what's in the box, you can always check out other reviews. But what we're going to do now is tell you why you want to use it in a game. Okay, this is not the Hellcat. This is a Sherman. Most likely the most used Allied tank of World War II, except for a Russian tank that doesn't need mentioning. The Sherman comes in a variety of variants, but the one that we'll be comparing the Hellcat to is the M4A1 to A4 Sherman tank, 75mm gun, regular version. If you take the full package of the Sherman, adding pintle-mounted heavy machine gun, removing easily catches fire, and the 9+ medium tank that it is, your total cost is 230 points. And then you have a medium anti-tank gun instead of a heavy anti-tank gun that the Hellcat sports. We just wanted to show you this to give you something to compare the Hellcat with.
So 230 points, fully kitted with a medium anti-tank gun.
An armor value of 9+. And this is the M18 Hellcat, the hardest hitting kitten of World War II.
Really?
Really, I had to go there. We are going for the regular version in this tape. And what we want to tell you is that for 190 points you get an armor value of 7, you get a heavy anti-tank gun.
That's +6 penetration.
That's +6. You get a pintle-mounted heavy machine gun, and you get a recon vehicle.
Yes.
And yes, we do know that when you compare this to the Sherman, you remove 2 from its armor value. But you do take the recon vehicle knowing what its role is. It's a hit-and-run vehicle. You keep it hidden until it's time to shoot, and when you get shot back at, you run away. The open-topped shouldn't be an issue, as you generally bring other infantry units to protect it from advancing infantry that will shoot at it.
Or it can hold its own with this pintle-mounted heavy machine gun.
Absolutely.
That's 3 shot with a +1 penetration.
The reason, the biggest reason why you take this is the heavy anti-tank gun and the recon vehicle rule. And as many of you know, playing against recon vehicles is a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, if you have played Germans, who usually take the Puma, you will know what we are talking about. And here comes the Puma.
Vroom vroom.
So, like we said, most German players will have a Puma in their arsenal, because it's one of the mostly used vehicles in the German army when you're playing, well, not scenarios or year-based games. And this is actually a very good vehicle. You get a wheeled vehicle which has 12 inches of move, 24 on the run. It has a medium anti-tank gun. It has an armor value of 8. So it trades off a better armor value for a much less good gun, to say it.
Also mentioned coaxial MMG.
Yeah, it has a medium machine gun, so the it has 4 shots compared to the HMG with 3 shots, but the HMG has +1 penetration, so you can actually take out armored vehicles with it. So in this respect, you could pin the Puma with the HMG and then destroy it with the anti-tank gun. But the reason we wanted to show this is because this is one of the few recon vehicles the Germans have. The good thing about the Puma for the German players is that it is counted as an armored car. So you can actually take this one and it's only 160 points. So
at the regular stage.
At a regular moral value. It doesn't have any kind of upgrades, so this is what you get. Armor value 8, medium anti-tank gun, and the Recce roof 160 points. The base cost of the Hellcat is 155, and then you can pay 10 points for the Recce roof, which gives it 165 points. So then you have 25 points on the HMG if you want to spend that. But as a few Recce vehicles for the Germans, and this is the mostly used one. And the Hellcat can be a good opponent since they both have the Recce rule. If you don't meet a Puma, then the chances are very big that you will face off with a Panzer III, which is a comparable vehicle to the Puma, no, to the Hellcat.
To the Hellcat in points.
In points. The Panzer III gives you a, well, they have many variants of this version, but to compare in points, we go for the Panzer III, that is H or J version, and it costs 195 points. For 195 points, that is 5 points more than the Hellcat. You get an armor value of 9, so that's comparable to the Sherman. The Sherman that cost 230 was because you get the first you upgrade to a pintle mounted medium machine gun, and then a further 10 points to upgrade to an HMG. So that's why it costs more than the Panzer III, because apart from that they are comparable with armor value 9, coaxial medium machine gun and hull mounted medium machine gun, and a medium anti-tank gun. So for 5 points more than the Hellcat, with the German tank you get 2 more armor value, but you lose +1 penetration on the tank.
And no recon.
No recon, and that is the selling point of the Hellcat. You want to have this baby in your army if you're playing a friendly game or at tournaments, which Damon does.
Yep. This tank will, at least now that they've released a model that I think is amazing, I'm not going to be playing a casual game or a tournament without this thing. Points wise, it's one of the cheapest tanks that we have
the US?
in the US arsenal, and that comes with a heavy anti-tank gun and recon vehicle. Of course, it's important to know that you need to support this baby with stuff that can protect it from advancing infantry. Since yes, it has a machine gun, a heavy machine gun, it can do some business, but it won't do it all. But if you're smart, you hide it, you come out, you shoot, it will kill. Worst case scenario, this Hellcat will stop this Panzer III from coming out of its little bush because it's scared of the Hellcat. You will not ever see me in a tournament situation and not bring the M18. It will always feature over the Sherman for my case. And that is the reason why I would recommend everyone else.
Recce
recommend. That does work. Recommend every American player to buy this baby. It's fast. It shoots big bullets. It's a beautiful model.
I think it's called shells.
Bullets, shells, lasers, wrong age. You need to get this thing. Whether you permanently have it in your army like I will, or it's a casual entry, It's a good looking model, and you will find good usage for it. Highly recommended. Next time you see it, it will be fully painted.
And we're looking forward to that.
Yes.
So that was a review of the M18 Hellcat with its counterparts, and why Damon likes to use it.
And why you need to go buy it.
You should have this in your army. If you know how to play the recce, then you will love this one. This is Anders.
And Damon.
From tabletopbattle.com, and thank you for watching.